props to Sean Kemp. That's Psychic Aviation. Video by King Shady Demon. Thank you so much. I am Abandoned Nihilism, and this is the News Underground. Woo! It's a party. I don't know. Do I really want jungle beats as my... Not really. Not today. I'm not in a jungle beat mood. I'm in a Shisu silence kind of mood. Excellent track. Thank you, Sishu. Today we're going to be covering U.S. news, as you can see. Palestinian news, France news, and Ukrainian news. I'm going to be blasting through this, trying to get through as much as possible in this midweek stream. I'm going to try and do it all in one YouTube video, just a big news extravaganza. So strap in YouTube, strap in Twitch, strap in Kick, strap in DLive, and strap in Periscope. No one remembers that, but I'm it still works. I guess Elon just hasn't had time to shut it down. But yeah, Periscope still works. I don't know. This is absolutely amazing. I had to play this for everybody immediately. Welcome back, Panda Man.
Jokers. No, I'm serious. Look at these fucking shit birds.
Welcome back,
We
Sleepy
can't let them
Alexis.
back in, smearing shit on the walls of democracy. Now, hey, I know I'm old as fuck. I get it, America. I'm tired. I'm slowing down. I make Al Pacino look like Timothy fucking Chalamet. I know I wasn't your first choice in 2020. Hell, I wasn't my first choice. You think I like getting a syringe of B12 plunged in my ass every morning just to stay alert enough to run this country? Shit, no. But these are the cards we're dealt, Jack.
That's
I'm
what we
gonna be
got,
so
Jack.
hopped up on goofballs and cocaine. I'm gonna make Don Jr. look normal. Reality is I can't step down and let who? Kamala run? Have you seen her as Veep? Get the fuck out of here. My priorities in 2024. Number one is I'm not the guy who sent a violent clown brigade to kill Nancy Pelosi.
Yeah,
So
not
all
good
I can
enough.
say is a vote for me is a vote for 4 more years of holding fascism at bay.
And it's so funny that this is from The Daily Show. It's so funny that they find this to be the most compelling argument, which is the argument that's actually losing Democrats elections all over the world. But no, all over United States, which is we're not the Republicans. Could you maybe fucking promise something? Could you? One fucking thing. Like, I promise Bazinga, right? Guarantee day one, right? Can you just do one thing? And I'm sorry, I'm sweating here. It is hot as shit. Literally the hottest day in recorded history on Earth was Monday. So, welcome to Wednesday.
Or as long as this ticker keeps pumping a minimal amount of blood for consciousness. And if you can't tell this is an AI-generated voice, then lots of luck in your senior year. Whatever the fuck that means.
Whatever the fuck that means.
Look at these jokers.
So that's pretty funny. That's pretty funny stuff from The Daily Show. Thank you so much, Daily Show. But, you know, honestly, though, it really does show that, you know, because these Hollywood writers, they're very neoliberal. They're very much, support Clinton. If you want to find an extremely cringy Hollywood idiot who thinks, you know, Hillary Clinton is just amazing, look up, what's his nuts? The fucking Pete, fuck every bitch. What's his name? The fuck, Pete something? Davidson. Pete Davidson. He's got a Hillary Clinton tattoo, and he thinks just Hillary Clinton's the solution to everything. And it's so funny to see that. That's like, a vote for me is a vote for 4 more years of holding fascism at bay. And it's like, honestly, that's not good enough anymore. It's not getting the boys to the yard. Oh, Unsatiable, I'm glad you're here. Yeah, cocaine in the White House, whatever. I don't give a shit. But I'm so glad you're here. I have a video saved just for you, buddy. Here you go. Go ahead and give that a watch on your own time. I will give everybody just a quick 10-second preview of what I just sent Unsatiable. Oh, great. Okay. Okay, come on. Link. What in the hell? All right, never mind. Moving on. Fucking Reddit, dude. The most censored fucking website. I'll find it. I'll find it for you later. It was a pretty girl telling you how the difference between hot and sexy or something like that. And it basically was encouraging you to get a fucking life if you want to get you don't need to be a chiseled Chad to get a pretty girl. You can actually just be, interested in something and competent and a professional, and you can, kiss the girl, as the crab said in the Disney movie. Big news out of UPS here, though. The UPS, this is great news. They're holding their ground. They're holding their ground. UPS walked from contract negotiations with the Teamsters union yesterday. These greedy sons of bitches, they're gonna claw away. Can't do it. We're broke. They keep saying they're broke, right? We're broke. Oh, we don't have the money. Oh. 340,000 UPS workers now set to stop work on August 1st, with 97% voting yes on union authorization to strike. Hell yeah, boy, that's how you do it. It's the only thing they listen to. It's the only thing they listen to. Okay? Enough of this pussyfooting around. Let's just get to it. We know where you're coming from, oligarchs, owners, managers. Oh, the moon and the stars, Davey. Literally everything. I'm sure that they're asking just for, they want $100 raises, each one of them, and triple the time off, and totally unfair. I don't know. I actually don't know what they're asking for. 24-year-old UPS driver literally died from heat stroke on the job in California last summer, as their vehicles do not even have AC. So maybe AC in the vehicles doesn't seem like a big ask. I can't believe the multi-billion-dollar corporation. I mean, they make their own vehicles. They don't have AC? This is atrocious and shameful that UPS cannot meet the Teamsters' contract demands after raking in over $13 billion in operating. That's what I'm talking about. They're making money. These greedy sons of bitches, they want to work. And like someone in a Reddit comment section made a good point. They said they would rather change child labor laws than start paying people more. You know what I mean? And it's so true. They stop so frequent that AC isn't effective because it would let all the AC out. Horse shit. Okay? Bullshit, dude. Sometimes the difference between a heat stroke and, getting through the day is a couple seconds of cold air blasting your face, right? Horse shit. And let me tell you, the people making these decisions, they're not getting in those fucking sweat boxes, are they? Right? Their conference room nice and AC'd, nice and fucking air conditioned, right? Circulating just fine in there with that fancy HVAC in that big fucking building. So they're just fine. They're not getting in these goddamn sweat boxes, are they? The family of a UPS driver in Southern California believes he died from heat stroke after finishing his last delivery just a day after turning 24 years old. Poor fella obviously wasn't drinking enough water. Probably drinking a lot of energy drinks and soda. That's exactly what I did when I was 24. Shit, I fucking, Mountain Dew and energy drinks. It was nonstop. Destroyed my gut. Hey, Davey, there you go. That's great. I'm hopefully you're in support of these Teamsters here, because it's like, these rich owners, these rich oligarchs, if they don't have to spend a lot, they get to live like kings. They get to live like kings. They just need to give us a little bit more and we'll shut up. But it's a power thing to them, because what they believe in is if they give into these demands, then then more people are going to ask for more demands. Other industries are going to ask for more. And it's not exactly untrue. The success of the Amazon and Starbucks unions have inspired other unions to go for it, right? So they're not exactly wrong. That if they let the genie out of the bottle, that more people will want to join a union. At the same time, they shouldn't be allowed to avoid this. They need us. This is capitalism. We're selling our labor. Okay? We set the demands for the sale of our labor, right? That's not, they don't get to set the demands for, of course they set some demands, right? But we have more power than what we perceive as laborers. right? Not to get all marks on you. I thought this was interesting to see a financial perspective of this, because they're, these are people that are like, oh, should we buy or sell UPS? They're doing an analysis here. So I thought this would be kind of interesting to listen to.
Joining us now is Donald Broughton of Broughton
Unions
Capital
are where it's
Management.
at.
Joining us now is Donald Broughton of Broughton Capital Management. Donald, great to have you on. I mean, perhaps...
Always great to be with you.
Hey, tone it down. Okay, we're trying to... Okay. It's just... Okay.
I realize that we have a couple...
Man. I'm right.
More weeks before we could potentially see a strike here. A lot could happen in that time. But is the risk rising when you see developments or lack thereof like we did today?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. You know, every single day that this drags on, FedEx gains market share and UPS loses market share. 1. 2, both the UPS management and the Teamsters know that you probably don't get the best deal until the 11th hour. So every UPS
so take it there. So just take it there, right? Yeah. Do the strike, get it started so we can get it over with. Because they're not gonna accept the deal we want until we actually go for it. That's just how it is. That's how these oligarchs work, man. They're ruthless, absolutely fucking ruthless. They laugh at it. They laugh at us behind those closed doors. They think we're clowns, right? They think we're uneducated clowns that just do what we're told. That's what they think. Okay, that's not conspiratorial. Look how they treat us. Okay, when you get little glimpses from behind those closed doors, it reinforces exactly what we already know. They fucking hate us. There's contempt for the middle and lower classes amongst these owners, these oligarchs. Right? There is. It's a power thing. It's a power thing.
Is not going to give their very, very, very best offer until the 11th hour. And the Teamsters know they're not going to get the very, very best deal until July 30th to 31st.
To your point, I mean, shares of FedEx did end the day higher, even as UPS fell 2%. I realize that you're long shares of FedEx, you're short shares of UPS. I mean, is that the reason, or are we already seeing evidence that market share is being ceded?
It's a huge pain in the ass to
We're
go
already
on strike.
seeing evidence that market share is being ceded. In conversations with large shipping customers, small shipping customers, they're all cognizant of what's going on, and that their perception has changed. Talking to people who route freight for a living, 6 months ago, they thought, nah, there's not going to be a strike. Then they started to say, well, there might be a strike. And now they're all believe there's a strong possibility that, even if it's brief, that there...
Panda Man, what's causing inflation is out of control salaries and compensation for the top 1%. That's a huge cause of inflation. They're not spending that money. They're hoarding it. They're not putting that back in the economy.
Will be a strike, and that change in outlook has...
you want to talk about wage increase spirals. Let's start with the top.
Really driven a change in behavior, because if you're an e-tailer and you have a distribution manager who hasn't made contingency plans, and UPS goes out on strike, even if it's for a week, you need to fire your distribution manager, and everybody in that role knows that's the equation.
We're coming into peak shipping season when all of those containers carrying all of those goods for consumers come to shore, and you see those inventories rebuilt ahead of the fall and the holiday season. I mean, heaven forbid you actually see this strike play out, and then you layer on top of it the fact that you have a strike going on in Vancouver as well, which has ripple effects to the U.S. West Coast, too. I mean, what could we potentially be talking about in terms of the freight picture here over the coming weeks?
Well, of course, it depends on how, if there is a strike, how long that strike lasts. That's a big if. But, what's really also important...
Panda Man, are you over here motherfucking, like, over here being like, well, Milton Friedman says trickle-down economics is good. How much more proof do you need, man? This shit doesn't work. This shit doesn't work. They hoard it. They hoard it in fucking offshore accounts. They avoid taxation. They're anti-patriotic, sucking money out of this country and then hoarding it in other countries. Trickle-down economics doesn't fucking work. It's a revelation. I know. Hot take. Doesn't work. We need to redistribute this wealth. And there's capitalist ways to do that. We don't have to just take it from them, right? One way that's really great is to create incentives to spend money, right? And deadlines to spend money. Like, look, you're going to have an empty building in a city. Well, you better do something with it. You got X amount of days, of years, months, right? Same thing with, your profits, right? Hey, you got $100 million in the bank. You got to do something with it, right? You don't just get to hoard it. We need that money in the fucking system. We need that money sloshing around. That's how this fucking shit works.
Understand is two things. One, the reality of what the current labor situation is. If you go back to the United Auto Workers went on strike against John Deere, and they got paid an $8,500 signing bonus per person to come back to work. The locomotive engineers were on the verge of holding up the entire labor contracts for
after a
the
set amount of time
railroad industry, and they got paid at 11.
You got over $1 billion for 5 years. You haven't done anything with $10 billion. Something's going to happen with that $9 billion, whether you like it or not. It's going to buy a bridge, and we'll put your name on it, right? Just like eminent domain, right? You got to make a decision, okay? And then we move forward one way or the other, but either way, we're moving forward. Yeah, something. And it's like, oh, my billions. You're not helping humanity by hoarding by like these weird psychological make the numbers higher, like I'm the richest contests that encourage this hoarding, right? It needs to go, and it does need to be incentivized out of the system, period. It needs to be redistributed, right? You can only squeeze the middle class so hard, man. We can't buy houses. We can't even buy food. What do you want from us?
$1,000 signing bonus to finally sign on the dotted line to agree. So
you don't get
UPS
to take it with you.
At those, I'm sure. Look at what's happening right now with the Canadian ports. Unions are getting paid to strike.
Hollow Husk.
1, 2.
That's where I come in. In Hollow Husk, that's where I come in and say there's capitalist solutions to this. Oh my God, what's happening now? But that's what I mean with capitalist solution, Hollow Husk. Yeah, because I do want to encourage making a lot of money, making a lot of bucks, getting rich off innovation or whatever the fuck. I still want to encourage that. I believe in that, right? Innovation. So yeah, you get to make as much money as you fucking want. Tony Stark it up. But if you're literally sitting on X amount of dollars in the bank, just sitting there, you have done nothing with it. There's nothing wrong with the people to say you need to invest in, you need to spend that. If you don't spend it on a building, on a business, on a bridge, on a museum, on a school, then we'll do it for you. Don't take my money. No commie. No, it doesn't have to be a communist thing, right? Because you could say you got X amount of years to do whatever you want with your money. As long as you're spending it, whatever, dude, right? Buy 100 yachts. That's money back in the yacht industry, baby. That's money back in the economy. That's all I care about, right? So spend it on whatever the hell you want, man. But if you don't spend it, if the whole idea is just I want a lot of it, no. We're going to draw the line here because everything stops working properly when you do that, right? So, get out of the way. What are these? God, what is happening in the chat?
Current leader, the president of the Teamsters, is a bully. He's a bigger bully than Donald Trump. If you look at what he's done,
debate
look at
over.
What he said,
Moving
look at
on.
how he behaves. He has a couple of things he's trying to do. One, he's trying to extract as much as he can from UPS.
Do whatever you want with it.
Get them signing bonuses, big increases in pay.
But if you hoard
he has
it,
a bigger objective.
something's going to happen to it eventually.
He wants to organize Amazon. And the bigger of a success, the bigger of a win he has against UPS, then the bigger his credibility is to go around to Amazon workers and say, hey, look, I can
And
really
that goes for
help you
companies
guys
too.
out.
Oh,
that's the real threat here, and understanding what's happening.
That goes for companies
it's not just
too.
UPS management.
Apple, I think has over $3 trillion in the bank. It is the most rich entity on planet Earth. The company Apple. So yeah, this law should apply to Apple as well.
Bargaining with the Teamsters, there's a lot more.
$3 trillion. They're just sitting on
Interesting.
Both.
it, right?
Yeah, I mean,
because it makes the stock price look great, right? It's a no risk company that just keeps going up and up and up. Look at how much capital they have, right? You got to do something with it.
It's interesting, especially because you got Prime Day from Amazon next week, and I haven't really heard that.
$50
that
billion
plant
plus.
Very, very quickly, Donald. Knight Swift. Closed down 3% today.
Fuck, dude. Cap it at $1 trillion. Cap it at $1 trillion for a company, right? I'm feeling generous today, baby. $1 billion for an individual, $1 trillion for a company. Motherfucking land of the free, man. You get to hoard. If you're a company, hoard it all up. No problem. But fuck, man. At some point, you got to spend that shit, dude. $3 trillion. What are you gonna do with it? Buy the moon? What are you doing with it? Right?
We saw a cut to guidance for that major trucker. Walk me through, because I know that trucking tends to be in tonnage, tends to be an economic.
I'm done with this fucking video, dude. Okay, you get my point. Last thing was a great link here from Woke Patriot. Kind of I guess we should, hey folks, you know what? It's America's favorite show. America's #1 favorite show. It's the mass shooting update. Hey, mass shooting update. Let's see how many people died in America today. All right, here we go. 417 U.S. mass shootings in 2023. 5,552 mass shootings since 2013. 0 whole days since the last mass shooting. Hey, thanks a lot, good guys with guns. Where are those good guys at? Oh, what are you, sleeping at the post? We need more guns. Got to get more of them guns, folks. Over there in Rochester, New York, 0 dead and 7 injured. Preliminary, unclear if shootings were all related. Just a lot of people shooting guns and stuff. Yeah, woohoo! All right, gunman unknown. Go ahead and just keep running, bud. Cleveland, Ohio, 2 dead and 2 injured. Gunman unknown. Lansing, Michigan. Oh, man, I used to hang out in Lansing so much. 0 dead and 4 injured. Gunman unknown. Multiple shooters. Patterson, New Jersey, 2 dead and 3 injured juvenile victims. Oh, kids, 17-year-old boy among those killed. Gunman unknown. Chicago, Illinois, 1 dead and 4 injured. Folks, that wasn't even the 4th of July. Let me remind you, that was today. According to this is the 5th. If I'm looking at the calendar correctly, it is the 5th. This was today. This is today. This is your new normal, folks. This is your new normal. Get used to it. Every day, every trip, every time you leave your house, and sometimes you don't even have to leave your house. The violence can come to you. But hey, going back 1 whole day to January 4th. Happy 4th, by the way. Celebrate, USA. From the nation's capital to Fort Worth, Texas, from Florin, California in the west to the Bronx, New York in the east, the 4th of July long weekend in the U.S. was overshadowed by 16 mass shootings in which 15 people were killed and nearly 100 injured. The Gun Violence Archive, an authoritative database on gun violence in America, calculated the grim tally using its definition of a mass shooting as an incident in which 4 or more people, excluding the shooter, are killed or injured by firearms. The tragic bloodletting was recorded from 5 p.m. on Friday until 5 a.m. on Wednesday across 13 states, as well as Washington, D.C., Texas, and Maryland. Both entered the register twice. It's rookie numbers. It's not even close to the purge. One of the final catastrophes to mar the weekend honoring the nation's founding. 9 people were injured in a drive-by shooting in Washington in the early hours of Wednesday. The victims included 2 children, aged 9 and 17. All injuries were reported as non-life-threatening. The baby survived. Hey, America! That baby's going to learn how to be a good guy with a gun. There you go, folks. That's America's #1 favorite show. The mass shooting update brought to you, of course, by Garbage Fuel. Garbage Fuel is, of course, the #1 drink mix company in the world. I'd like to remind you, this is your new normal. This is your new normal, folks. You thought The Purge was a movie? No, sir. The Purge is a reality, and Garbage Fuel would like to celebrate that. Thank you so much, Garbage Fuel, the #1 drink mix company in the world. All right, everybody, that's your U.S. update. Thank you so much to Garbage Fuel, and thank you so much to Americans for just making life a living hell for everybody. Isn't it great? All right, we'll talk to you soon, YouTube. Thank you so much.